In 2008, my wife and 3 kids and I were living in a bad neighborhood. We had just moved there because I lost my job and my house. Meth had taken everything from me, but I was still using and dealing. But then I'd been in the game for 5 years. Not big time, just enough to scrape by. My family was down to our last $100, and I was desperate to turn it into something more. A so called friend, or what we called a using buddy, called me with a deal. He said he could get some great meth for cheap. I trusted him. I handed over my last $100 and waited. When he came back, he handed me the meth. It looked perfect, clean, shiny, and exactly what I needed to flip for a $60 profit. We even smoked some together right then, and it was top notch. I thought I'd hit the jackpot. But about 30 minutes after he left, I tried some more, and it was all garbage. Total junk. That's when I realized he'd pulled the old bait and switch on me. He'd given me a good sample, the one that he smoked with me, but the rest was cut so badly it was worthless. And the reason it looked so good is because it was all cut. Usually you can look through it and pick out the cut and see that it was cut. So yeah, he totally ripped me off. I couldn't sell it. I couldn't even use it. My last $100 was gone and my family had nothing. And I was wondering when I was going to get high next. I was fucking pissed. I called him over and over, but his phone went straight to voicemail. I couldn't let it go, and out of desperation, I started pressing random buttons. I think I hit a pound something or star something, and to my surprise, I somehow hacked into his voicemail system. He even asked me to set a new PIN. Suddenly, I had full control of his voicemail, and it was on a landline phone, which was even better. So I thought I was the smartest guy ever. I recorded a new greeting. It said something like, "Hey, you've reached Chris. I'm probably out doing meth or dodging the drug dealer I ripped off because I'm a dumb fucker." I was high, angry, and laughing my ass off. At the time, I thought it was hilarious. I didn't care about the fallout and who it might hurt. But it didn't stop there. Now I could listen to his messages too. So what I did is I changed that bad message into a normal message because now I had total control of his messages, and I didn't want them to find out that I had control of the messages and then just change the phone number or get a different phone. So I changed it, and now I had control of his whole voicemail. And also for his brother who lived there with him. The message was from his job. I got a message. I listened to one of the messages, and it was from his brother's job saying that they needed him for overtime that weekend. I laughed, thinking, serves them both right. I didn't care that I was screwing with someone else's livelihood. Meth had made me that cold and that selfish. I was a fucking asshole, and I didn't even think about the money value that they were getting screwed out of his brother doing overtime and shit like that. I was just pissed. I wanted my $100 and he was ignoring me, and that's the way you are. That's the way the meth world is. So I still wanted my $100. So I went to his house. He didn't answer the door, but I saw a brand new pair of Red Wing boots on the porch, my size, worth $250. I knew he was home, but he was ignoring the door, and that pissed me off, so I took them. I took them without a second thought. That's how things worked in the meth world. If someone owed you, you took whatever you could. No rules, no conscience. Looking back now, I see how insane it all was. At the time, I felt justified. I was angry, broke, and high, but knowing that I was going to need to get high again. And I thought I was winning by doing this, but the truth is there was no winners in this situation. My actions caused a ripple effect of problems, not just for him, but for his brother. I made their lives harder over $100, and for what? To stay stuck in a cycle of desperation, anger, and revenge. Years later, I think about that time often. I laugh at how ridiculous the voicemail prank was, but it's a hollow laugh. It's a reminder of how low I had sunk. The meth world is full of stories like this. Petty betrayals, endless drama, and people screwing each other over to survive another day. And the reason I'm sharing this story is because I want anyone out there who's using to see the reality of this life. The meth world isn't glamorous or exciting, it's exhausting, destructive, and full of pain. You think you're outsmarting people, but really you're just sinking deeper into the chaos. If you're on the road right now, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to end this way. You don't have to stay in the cycle. I got out, and so can you. The first step is the hardest, but it's also the most important. And I promise you, it is worth it. Thank you for watching my video. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Leave a comment. Tell me if you think I should tell more stories like this. Talk to you later. Bye.